So it's been a very, very long time since almost half the world, or maybe more than half the world, is asking for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, which unfortunately um, hasn't come through. Everything seems to be falling on deaf ears because there seems to be a larger thought and game plan in place. And from the moment the 7th October events happened, I had certain thoughts and fears knowing how this world operates, or at least having my own perspective on how this world operates. And everything just seems to be going exactly as per that. Because if you look closely, this is how things have happened in the past, in various occasions. And you also use media to plant a thought and get people to then react. And if you look at it, then just a few months prior to beginning of October, a lot of demonstration and protests were happening in Israel against the prime minister. But then you see suddenly how everything has changed. Uh, this is what politics is, right? Um, what is also important is that there's a very old saying that if you control media and if you control education, you control people. So, how media has been manipulating you, us, the public, many times most people don't even think that deep, but there's a very systemic capturing of the minds which is done through this media. It's called media the world over, but it's actually what I call as propaganda channels and networks. What is also important here is what has become evidently clear is that this is not just about um, a man or a woman, because you see people of both genders on both the sides. So this whole thing is not about or this entire place where we've reached as humanity. It's not about one gender or one kind of people. You have clarity that women can be vicious, but at the same time, there are women who are out there and doing what is needed. So, um, I think it also calls for all the laws in the world to be relooked at. That there are various countries which just look at certain things or one gender with a very particular bias that, oh, women cannot be wrong. But the kind of hatred which is frothing out of some women in this particular incident, or closer home, things which have been done in Manipur. I don't know how many of you know about what's happened in Manipur, but you should read about it. And if you will read, then you will realize that women have given away women of another community to be raped, gang raped. So, women groups forced the army to release terrorists. So, we need to, I think, open up our eyes and really look at things with a very unbiased manner. This is what this whole unfortunate incident is teaching us, and the cost is so heavy. I mean, as humans, as humanity, this is what our team was. This is what our brothers and sisters were. But today, thousands and thousands. I think the number is already close to about 15,000 now. I mean, how can you even think of doing such a thing? And without remorse? And for what end? I mean, some people say it's for the gas reserves, some people say it's for the alternate to the Suez Canal, some people say it's just to completely occupy the land. But don't we have enough for everyone? When will this greed get satiated? When will the top 1% or top 10% feel that they have enough? Because how much do you need to live a very, 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 very luxurious life? Right? There needs to be a stop somewhere. This politics, this greed, and this satanic desire to do anything to acquire what doesn't belong to you, there needs to be a line drawn here. And once again, people need to really think that you can't just keep looking and hoping that your leaders will be the agents of change and do the right thing. The people who realize the wrongs which are happening are the ones who need to step up and come into electoral politics and get elected. And wherever you are, it's the same across the world. Today we live in a world which is more interconnected than ever. What happens in Brazil affects every other country. A coal mine in Australia affects the whole world. What happens anywhere in the world affects each one of us. And what's happening in Gaza is just heartbreaking. So people, step up and let's rise together. I am calling for 2 events in the next 10 days. These are called Rise Together. One on the coming weekend, 25th, 26th, and then the next one on the 29th, which happens to be the International Day for Solidarity with the Palestinians. So I want all the world, all the groups and organizations and people who are organizing these rallies and marches, let us all work together on one single goal, global events on this coming weekend and the 29th, so that collectively, as one human race, as one humanity, as one extended family, as earthlings, not as different citizens of different countries, because none of us were born in a country, we were born on planet Earth. So as earthlings, let's all rise together for the right cause, and not only do we make a call for this genocide to come to an end, but make all the right calls and make this the starting point of what needs to be done to change the world and make it a better place. Thank you.